Okay. Yung mo meow. Ngarang si ako'y we were discussing about mitochondria ta kredana. Mati si sir plastids target kitang di horma bani plastids ne ribosomes ne endomembrane system ne. Morning the endomembrane system yam nang debo ko. Ako'y kya mo yam nang ge sige class da na amtang check ko si. Hor sira. Okay, ngasi ta question na we'll be talking about plastids. Sir na board sila iise. Adun so sige PS sila idoise. Sidagi hena hangningai litik. No issue na yaoni. Only thing magi order magi pabai mo niti niyom simdi phajang khamtar. Udik tak soisi plastids neva. Ngarang kay takre kay organelle. Mitochondria takre cell wall takre natra. Unsbotal orisi plasma membrane cell wall ne mitochondria ne loi. Aina sir na ngarang so I get the any cell organelle ama paba that kadai de paba ho hai. Organelle do membrane kaya na surround tawi haibasitagi pau hai gi ko. Aduna ahan base first point say plastids su kaineba. Plastids are also double membrane bound organelle. Membrane kya na surround to eba double membrane bound organelles. Membrane ani na surround to organelles. Marang mitochondria su membrane ani na surround to gidana. Okay, sima. Second point da koina haiba yabase. NCERT da ibay matungina ko. Marang mitochondria di mitochondria si size am pi na hai given. Pickbani na mo is easily observable oide. So in order to observe mitochondria, we must first stain them. Machu hana sangmam changi haigi. Sir na machu do kay machu haigi. Xenus green haigi. But when it comes to plastids the lactardi, plastids are large enough to see easily. Right na ubanga me. Learning ko, ang isway the point ang hapon ba plastids are very large. Yam chaw ba madi. Unlike mitochondria manade, large oramnina easily observable. Yengmada ingan uyum. Easily observable oy. Yareko, like tabati yaw they have a plastids a largest cell organelles or nucleus that people saw we had man. Yareko. Now, plastids ki mathau se karino. Plastids the kayawi. Plastids possesses, they possess moy the kayaweba pigments yaweba. Plastids possess kayaweba pigments yaweba. Kay daw na ba yawriba? In order to impart color to the plants. One be the color provide tone up. Yani ko, for example, leaves are green in color. That is due to plastids. Yani ko, carrot are orange in color. The fruit becomes yellow when ripened. All these are due to plastids na nga. Taneva sinayamsi. And they possess pigments. Yani ko, to impart, kay daw na ba? To impart colors. To impart colors. Color provide tone up to impart colors. Different colors. Yareko, haribo plastids se Canada phangi. Plastids are found in normally in plants and euglenoids. Kamu da phangi. Plastids se Canada ka phangeba. They are found in plants ka Canada euglenoids ka. In other words, animal gumba fungi gumba dari absent ayo. Plants and euglenoids. Kamu da phangi news. Yareko meow. Yari bro. Okay. Yam lai ni, kitang try chang na tang tao ko, yang thi nungai kyo. Plastic se, kay yawe ba? Pwede sir na ibda plastic se kay yawe ba? Pigments yawe ba? Pigments yawe do na maram oyaga, magi role se kay nila. Planta color provide to ne. Kari pigments yawe ba? Hay ba sida based oraga? Plastic se, amok makata na. Based on the pigments. Maram ba pigments yawe hay ba sida based oraga ne? Kay daw ba? Plastids can be divided into three types. Type om to na kayo po yan. Kaida based or kayo based on pigments. Based on pigments. Pigments yaw ay hay ba nila na? Noon da yaw ba pigments karon ba pigments no carotenoids yaw rizala. Xanthophylls yaw rizala. Natra chlorophyll oy na yaw rizala. Hay bin tumina plastids yung makata na type om to na kayo po yan. Yare ko. The first type C we call it chloroplast. Hay na kawin. Chloroplast. Ereko. The second type of plastids, we call it chromoplast. Chromoplast. And the last category is called leucoplast haina khone leucoplast yareko chloroplast tadi karamba pigments yauge haiba kandane they possess moidadi they possess kana chlorophyll pigments chlorophyll and carotenoids yawi haina NCERT da iri carotenoids yareko chlorophyll yaudi kai machu oiramani. So their role is providing green color provide to. Yani ko, thereby providing kay provide to whenever kay color pirani ba providing green color to the plant. Pambi the green color oil. Imparting green color hai tayo. Yani ko, chlorophyll yaw na marang oiraga na. Moy si kay daw the mating pang ni chloroplast. They help in trapping the light energy. Okay? Thereby kay daw the mating pang ba photosynthesis na mating pang ni. Chlorophyll singsiya kay daw the mating pang helps in trapping kay trap to wala trapping light energy thereby they are responsible for kay damating pangeba photosynthesis ta moy gi achoba role lay aina helps in trapping the light energy hay sibon moy khambro pangi ko sir matim katang recall to gene I will change the slide for a moment mininam katang change to ge ko photosynthesis kananom tang hairona hariki what is photosynthesis manipuri da photosynthesis adi panbi na kari carbon dioxide ka water ka sizinaraga in the presence of kai sunlight hana lower class at tamakpase chlorophyll pigments ki presence ta machinjak song kai machinjak carbohydrate in the form of glucose natrane byproduct oina oxygen thadorokpa just the general definition adi photosynthesis aise kyan nati photosynthesis na tawrise kana punchanna bana carbon dioxide ka water ka punchanna doneba kai shungbaduga पानबीनने carbon dioxide का water का पुंजनरगा machinjak se in the form of glucose sung se photosynthesis ka weba yare ko kai reaction eva sarna irisi photosynthesis ki reaction e obata bu aina harak to isa carbon dioxide ka water ka se punjana ge hai tardi we need energy change so the oxygen carbon dioxide labor soida like water di why not diffuse and form glucose moi di filter glucose form to drise kai dino hai tardi carbon dioxide ka water ka se combine to glucose on ge di kai change ba energy changeb okay so the first step of photosynthesis is not glucose synthesis glucose singba native kai hana prepare tone energy hana prepare tone how by trapping the light energy light the energy though usual form of energy that is what is the usual form of energy energy currency of the cell so ATP da hana ondokpam changi the first step of photosynthesis is not food preparation panbina photosynthesis ay panbina machinjak direct sungmoiba machinjak to sungdringaida kai hana sungniba energy hana prepare to how do they prepare energy by using light adugi energy prepare to bagi steps we call it light reaction haina ko okay light reaction ni matamda energy to sunge harakanda adugi energy to shin harakanda sigi reaction jong chathadone sigi reaction sigi ani shu step ne photosynthesis ki we call it dark reaction ko basina glucose sumbagi steps in a dark reaction glucose to sungmabagi damakta changiba energy sungbaduna kai light reaction coil and who does the job of preparing the energy the chlorophyll molecules okay the chlorophyll molecules will trap the light energy and convert it into usable ATP form okay only then by using that ATP the plants can prepare food in the form of glucose that is what we call as photosynthesis now the photosynthesis I will be talking about photosynthesis in numit tarani changa nga kidone rani ko ada ang photosynthesis to gaya tari ahan the steps photosynthesis di panbi na machinjak sungba na hana khalugino hoi panbi na machinjak sungdoni panbi na machinjak to sungdringai da kai hana laini ba energy hana laibam changi sina kam dare ko now project lak se uduri the chloroplast ta kayawi what do chloroplast has they have chlorophylls right and this chlorophyll helps in trapping the light energy convert it to ATP thereby helping in so photosynthesis na mating pangi hai na besar na ise. Gare ko? Now again, matangda chromoplast chromoplast ꯃꯣꯏ plastids ला ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯨ pigments ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯝꯗꯣꯔꯤꯅꯦ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ category ꯑꯍꯨꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯅ ꯈꯥꯏꯗꯣꯛꯏꯁꯤꯁꯨ pigments ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯗ base ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯈꯥꯏꯗꯣꯛꯄꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅ chromoplast ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯗꯅ ꯀꯩ pigments ꯌꯥꯎꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯅꯦ they possess ꯌꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ they possess ꯀꯩ ꯌꯥꯎꯏ carotenoids नत्तवा they possess fat soluble सी हंगबनी को याम थी हंगबनी fat soluble carotenoids like fat soluble carotenoids like carotene hanba pigment sam ure carotene xanthophylls हाइरगा लोशन देगा यानी को and others तो some other pigments खर्च यावे सी other से को हमनी थाजदा यानी को ऑप्शन नहीं से statement 1 द carotene and xanthophyll ना पीरो ऑप्शन नंबर 2 दना and others से यावना पीरो अदे and others ऑप्शन ने चुमद्रा यानी को अदे chlorophyll दी याउद्र माले याउद्रे इदे कई मचुदी और मरोय so they are not green in color so their job is मोइदे they impart orange color होइबे आई मोइना impart तो yellow मचु होइबे आई or they are reddish in color, red machu oibe ai, but not kai machu di oiroi ba, green machu di oiroi haisin khang tares. Yarni na, yani ko aduna ne, akoi hana taram madra taram moidra khang de, carrot si orange machu oine, beta carotene yawe ne, so carotene, yarni ko, then matang sida sarna poinam tang hapo ba yabada, minong hai regina chili se, morok se, yang oiringai dana green oir mine, munala kandana red oiraktra, oiradi ka yawe na. Green oiduna ka yawe. Agadi chloroplast can be changed to chromoplast. Chromoplast can be changed to chloroplast. So interchangeable way. Chloroplast dagi chromoplast on the yai hainer. Mino manasi su yang wearing the green oidamni. Purple black purple machu oibani yang wearing da. Agadi chromoplast oirame hainer. But later on they change to chloroplast the change over yai have. Yani kwa. Maduna plastids makal sing say they are interchangeable oy heduma su kumbina na shi. Adeko next amatang haporage leucoplast say moidi kadawe leucoplast they do not have any pigments. I'm going to write no pigments. Moidi di pigments am yaudre. Pigments yaudramina they are colorless. Moidi colorless oil. What kay kana na ba yauriba? Haina question am tholak tore ko. Ana leucoplasty they do not impart any color to the plants. Their job is they takes the role of food storage. Ko food store to boda mating pang. Aduna moidi they helps in so I'm going to write they helps. Kaya na mating pang ba helps in food storage. Food storage da mating pang ani moidi. Are ko kay food store to riba 하이브기 마뚱이나 leucoplasts yung makal hum thong na khaidokpe depending upon the food they store okay angro sir na haise karamba food store toge haibe matungina ne amo leucoplasts can further be divided into three types type hum thong na khaidokpa yai kaida based organ based on very good based on types of foods based on types of food they store. Karamba food store tawrige haibai matungina leucoplasts makal ahum thokna khaidokpa yai. Ahanbase ikonin amyloplasts haina kwan. Amyloplasts. Amyloplasts haitardi kai store tawdawa starch store tawdo. Hana su thangpa malida class 10 da digestion tamakpa male. Yani ko starch digest tawnaba yawba saliva da yawba enzyme do kai koge salivary amylase or thiolin to salivary amylase sari amyl hadi starch haibane ko kai store tawdo moina stores starch hairshu ai carbohydrate hairshu ai ko because starch is a carbohydrate yarba karigumba moisinane protein moina store tawramaba adu betaragni we call it eleuroplast wala si koi tungana phana da hana pagre Serna meski and sheet stop kanda meski sutri endosperm की outermost layer तो कई layer को है eleuron layer को कितना protein layer हाई बने होने हाई बने मैंने को eleuro हाई दी protein अन protein वो इन्हें store तौर मगना कई कोई बा so stores protein protein वो इन्हें store तौर मगना eleuroplast हाई ना कोई यारे को अदुगा oils and fats when stored तौरमबा अदुरगना we call it elioplast है को elio तो ऐडी सिदे में पाई OI oil doctor elioplast oil amd kandare kai store to daba ning hala pa mala stores oils or fats store to tardi moidna blast ko araba do we know about something about chromoplast kaino khangabra okay they are a type of plastids that imparts color to the plants color other than green yareko chromoplast ki mathau khange they are colorless and their job is to act as food storage structure when act out depending upon the food they store they have been classified into three more categories we discussed that part yareko now we'll be talking about chloroplast in details chloroplast in ourselves shall I move on chloroplast agi muna tau ko hana khangbasu yauramgani khangdaba kangbusu tarasi Masaida, is chloroplast a plastic? Rimasu membrane kya na surround taro being a plastic, nasai iba with a plastic double membrane organelle ne haibani na chloroplast being one of the plastic will also be surrounded by two membranes, right? Let's see. There we go. So let me draw a chloroplast. Okay. Membrane anina surround the way haibani na sarnayi si mapan tangma membrane. This is outer membrane. Si kayo ba? Outer membrane of chloroplast. Yan po. Ay yang makha tadringayda chloroplast ki wari kisitang tawse yang na taw kitang taw ibri idrogan yare ko natraga horen ngaktang lera haisa hana khangbal ora haira si pare chloroplast ki kaineba sari se outer membrane yare ko manung si chamber kya le ama khaktang outer membrane khaktang yek tardi yani ko I'm going to draw another membrane it has got sorry this is the inner membrane sina inner membrane dunia laura si okay sina kai membrane this is inner membrane. Dari bro mayam, dari ko, ngarang mitochondria ga amtang comparison tawsiko. Sir na ngarang noida takiba kanda, mitochondria ga outer membrane do continuous lagi. Continuous din, no infolding samta lagi there. Whereas inner membrane really gets infolded to form a structure called. Whereas here, in case of chloroplast study, both the outer and inner membrane are continuous. Anima continuous marker. No foldings and infoldings, outfoldings, nothing is here. Bereko, inner membrane na marang orakanda chloroplasty compartment kya thongna thugaira. Ani thong thugaira. Si khangi ko. Khangbra ba? Khangi. Mapan thangba compartment se the outer compartment is called periplastidial space. Hani. Bereko, let me put it first. Tamna tamna iminasi periplastidial kay ko ba? Periplastidial space ko ba? Yabra? Plastidil space e kana marak ki space na. Outer membrane ga inner adi membrane ani ki marak ki space ni na. Adi can I still say intermembrane space? Yes. It is also called intermembrane space. Intermembrane space. IMS. Yare ko inter adi kayo. Between membrane ani ki marak ki space pwede ma intermembrane space ko iko. Ada chloroplast yung namaming amat hondi wani periplastidil space. Yaraba, ngarang sargamay wari sanagiba kanda outer membrane say they are more permeable. Okay? Why the porian sa namya? Oh, no, ito di palang drama. Let's go. Forget about it. Simply put it, they are more kaidaweba permeable. Permeability sa yingba kanda outer mitochondria, outer chloroplasty membranes na hena permeable like that of mitochondria. Narinig ko whereas inner membranes say they are less permeable. Mo siya less permeable oil. Sisu yang hangbali ko. Hangdare phazana. Yari bra? Yari ko. Now, outer compartment say kay kawi khangre. The outer compartment is called maybe plastidial space. While this inner compartment say, is filled with a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture ang na-fill to eh. This homogeneous mixture filling the inner compartment of the chloroplast is called as stroma. Do you know homogeneous? What is it? Okay. Tika ikaw ba? Stroma. Okay. Kaya ba homogeneous ulit? hore increase or decrease tong torokor. Homogeneous adi equal distribution of the solute and solvent. For example, say I example am lai hai ge se. Solution naman same sir na. Okay? Water 100 ml duda sodium chloride to tumhaleba. Adi sodium ion and chloride and kaithara moidra. Sodium ion chloride and the mapam na sodium ion yam yauksan ba mapam chloride ion yam yauksan ba to moiba. Sodium ion and chloride ion are equally distributed. Okay? That is known as homogeneous mixture ko eh. Mapam kara da concentrated oina mai laitib. All the ions are equally distributed. Homogeneous oina. Mind to whatever the things in the stroma, they are equally distributed. Hence, stroma is considered a homogeneous mixture, like matrix to homogeneous oiken. Correct? Project stroma thangadra. Now, let's talk about stroma in details. Manamta thage ko sida yung yam nungarakni mase kaineba homogeneous mixture neba. Homogeneous oi kasudi kaidab zane dum hairage ko homogeneous mixture. Stroma dane muna tawking. Stroma there are, listen very carefully, there are many flattened, ipakpa, big the structure may I'm going to draw here. Inside the stroma, there are many flattened, disc-like structure. These flattened disc-like structures found in the stroma are called thylakoids. Ano ko? See kay ko ba? Ang ba may ko sa the point question ng ba? This is called thylakoids. Thylakoid. Hairiba thylakoid. This is one thylakoid. Siguma thylakoid singse. Naman amagi matata piling up. Maroon ng stacking up. Stack upon one another. Thylakoid singsi amana amagi matata maroon longkatnari harakanda. It forms a bundle na form tawi. This piles, this stack of thylakoid is called grana or granum minor. Singular da haragana granum tare. Kay ko ba say? This is called granum. What is granum? It stacks of lupa chapi coin amamamdo. Hela coin. Maroon longkalaga na pulap to na grena mama haina kawel. Yare ko. Okay. Logic. Turn direct to say, ini isip kayo no, entire structure sa chloroplast. Chloroplast ang sa pigment cell bro. Kay pigment cell riba. Carotenoids. Chlorophyll. Yawin ko. Adi sir, chloroplast ki kaya way da yawi no pigment se na hangbay adra. Chloroplast ki hela coin ki membrane na napagalayib. Yarniko, kadaiwayda yaweba, the pigments are found attached on the thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid ki membrane sila smaina nappa lito. Not in the stroma da yawdir. Nappa si sora amomtang naptuloy group ay na napakani orin group to photosystem ko ay kani photosynthesis to tamsil. Yarniko, thylakoids are the pigments, on the thylakoid membrane are attached the pigments, the chlorophyll pigments in mona napale. Hunganiko sisu. So, entire structure sa nahujigi si kaitare, kay tare grenum sisima grenum tare ko let me draw another grenum ang way ke sigumba grena mayam ma yawri ne sigumba grena mayam ma yawe let's draw few here thelakoi 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 hai ba thelakoi mayam se maron lo nare maru kanda another grenum ang form to yo ko dai shida khangbre mo tik kai no amase kai no tai biro amase thelakoi si amase kai okay thylakoid ani si thylakoid ni ko ina dum yise adudi aina yise thylakoid khara sangba thylakoid ni ne this thylakoid helps in connecting two adjacent grana thangnaba grana ani kokse extend toriba kanasigi through dagi samnare extend tonariba kanasigi through dagi thylakoid ni ko dum thylakoid ring sa parallel sac like structure ni hagi daina flattened sac like structure do to si thylakoid ne ba dum paramba thylakoid the ancient thylakoid that helps connect two adjacent grena hamnaga grena anikak connect to the mating pangna thylakoid to intergrenal thylakoid haine ko kai ko ba se interadi between hamna between grena anikak ki marakta sammi ba thylakoid to kai ko ba intergrenal thylakoid haine ko intergrenal kai thylakoid thylakoid yare ko NCERT da masi kai ko na pi stroma lameli su ko kai ko ba it is also called stroma Namelisco. Narbo. Very good. What is the intergranal thylakoid? It is a thylakoid nebedo that helps connect two adjacent neighboring granas in connect to ito. Yarage sima. Hariba thylakoid singsigi surface da kanana pagalay do neba. Masayda koy bu chlorophyll pigments to kay do the mating pange hay gide. Have in trapping the light energy trap to step to the light reaction, the dark reaction. So on the thylakoid membrane are will undergo isothermia. Light reaction. Photosynthesis is current steps in thylakoid the light reaction. Why? Because thylakoids are associated with chlorophyll pigments associated with. So I'm going to write here. So ige muna tao ko. Thylakoid kay niba side of kay topon no side of light reaction. Light reaction. What is light reaction? It is the first step of photosynthesis involving trapping the light and convert it into usable ATP on top of the step two. And that very first step occurs on the thylakoid membrane. Why? Because thylakoid membrane has got the pigments to do so. Yarniko, other thylakoid membrane, the kay shungani has ATP. Aduga, shungado, glucose from step three kay kawagi, dark reaction, and dark reaction happens in the stroma. Stroma da kay sa ba? So I'm going to write this is the side of second step of photosynthesis called as dark reaction. Sida na kay thopam neba dark reaction thopam neba. Yari ko maya. Okay. Kay do no hango. Hala ko ki membrane da light reaction thokri dik kay gino khangeba. Because light trap to bang ba pigments me ama thela ko ki membrane da yobai ni khangeba. Dark reaction this stroma da thoi se kay gino mo. Yam kan hangakti. Okay. Kay do no haiba kanda ne. Stroma sida dark reaction that some enzymes are available oil. May I know one enzyme, one very important enzyme used in photosynthesis? The most abundant protein on earth, Rubisco. Okay? Photosynthesis the quite involved of an active enzyme called Rubisco now, and that particular enzyme is found in. That's why that reaction occurs in stroma. So the stroma da kay siya where? Stroma poses enzymes for kaidona ba? Photosynthesis. Especially photosynthesis ki karam step ki enzyme. And ay and haraga fill in the blank thamge ko nakang na mention zero. Yani ko kana enzymes are Kasi ko khanga tha. Okay, in this stroma there are many flattened disc-like structure called thylakoids. When many those thylakoids are piled up one upon one another, they will form a structure called granum. Zas and grana are connected by stroma lamellae or intergranal thylakoid na sami. Now, chloroplasting. Like mitochondria gi adumaina tawdana, chloroplast is having its own masagi kayamzeba double-stranded single circular DNA mayawe. Karniko kayawzeba masagi double-stranded circular DNA DNA ano dum hayra gesu. Karniko double-stranded oigadaba aduga masing ama yawgada. Yarniko masagi DNA yawzare and it also has got kayaweba ribosomes. We were discussing about ribosome last class na ninagram ni ko. Kayaweba ribosomes. Mabatago yauriba ribosomes se karamba mukhalgi ribosomes se oiramba tare. So they do have 70S type of ribosome. 70S ribosome. So, darage. Darego. Ako'y prokaryote tachi ko. Prokaryote ay bacteria ne takudo. Do prokaryote has got ribosome? Karamba ribosome? Do prokaryote has got DNA? Karamba double-stranded circular? Hindi chloroplastic prokaryotic cell naman siya ang manay niya. That's why chloroplasts are believed to be evolved from prokaryotes. Mo siya prokaryote evolved taro pani hena thazana eh. Can prokaryotes divide bacteria through binary fission? Likewise, chloroplasts can also divide through binary fission. Like kanagi dumayna mitochondria da tawgibna. Aduba NCERT dadi chloroplastid ki matang dadi binary fission se palamdam nila ay di ibig dadi haparoy ko. But there are two organelles which can divide like bacteria. There are one is mitochondria and another is chloroplasts or plastids kambusine. Yarabo, they also have a small amount of marine, okay, ratio of marine molecules. Yareko. And they has got various enzymes for photosynthesis. Ribosome yaurabanina kaishu sumbang amani. That's why I'm putting here they possess enzymes for photosynthesis as well as protein synthesis. Yareko. Protein sumnaba enzymes yawi photosynthesis khakte nate soijani protein synthesis. Heng pekhadari yam manani chloroplast hek palappada aikoina hekta oh we se photosynthesis when we dana to protein sumnaba enzymes yawi. Hongasi ko sima next atoba kari hapsan hoba yaba jano. We can haija which of the organelles is related with energy synthesis? Mitochondria, ribosome, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum. Kaya hare. Karamba organelle se energy sumaga mari leina kana tamke mitochondria. That's why powerhouse of the cell to mini. Sinadi energy sungdabo. Wait sungadi the first step of photosynthesis is energy preparation. Adik mitochondria da khagdana tebe ATP sungdo she kai da sungle meba. Chloroplast sungle. Organelle ani ko ngasi de ka da mama. Mitochondria is powerhouse of the cell. Chloroplast with energy sungeba. The main job to na energy season araga food sungiba mana kitchen of the cell haina khangna bawani. Are ko sima thamage. Ibo yardra Yarabo. Okay, so Sveshida chloroplaski samlappan loire. Wari loidri. Nilamaming mandra. Wari loidri kane nilam lidane. Okay, I'm going to write here. Plastids sa kapo po sinungaite. Okay, chloroplast sa wala na inaman na shumane. Okay? Ay swayda chandra bani na ko sir. Ay di chloroplasti maramda ining bani swayda chloroplast ka ay. Okay, it's here. Ekta kapkat ke swayda. Chloroplast se. Chloroplast की सेप से बड़ी सानगुम से को क्लोरोप्लास्ट की सेप से पांडी में दयावगा पांडी में दयावगा मसक माना दबे वेरिएबल हो गया the shapes of chloroplast may be variable यानी को कहना भैया अदरी कई कई shape हो गया रिबा they could be dick like chloroplast से dick shape हो गया यानी को they could be oval shape हो गया they could be spherical shape हो गया spherical they could be spiral shape हो गया or they could be plate like oibusel etc hapsalage yare ko asima khangjanbiro the shape se manadaba yaine ani isidi kai shape no sir ni isidi oval shape ne which is the most common one okay yare sima shape phakta natana moigine size size haira kiroige number of chloroplasts per cell cell amagi manungda chloroplast kaya yawgada haisi cell to cell kyanani algae da yawaga yarniko like higher plants yawaga kenagani yarniko aduna kanada number of chloroplast per cell line gyan tagni na siku kayo yama variable oy kenayeba na base kamaina kenari zano Clemaidomonas ta have you heard Clemaidomonas tamre natra tamre khambal oire ko Clemaidomonas naramda khambal oire ko tam gidoro namna khambal oire hero hero de khambal Clemaidomonas ki maramda unicellular bin algae loidri. What type of reproduction is going on? Isogamous, oogamous, or anisogamous? Ano? Isogamous, and they are colonial. Sinatrang mo po ulit. Clemaidomonas na. Pero ko, Clemaidomonas si unicellular tra. Moy da dine. Chloroplastic kaya yawe ba? Wow. 1%. Selam na chloroplast ang kaya yawe. Ano ko? Whereas in kaday waida, higher plants ki mesophyll cell da. Not raga, I will simply but algae in other algae, higher plants no higher again. In higher plants, including topa algae singa. Yare ko, kaya yawa yaeba 20 to 40% selamada kun nagina nifu hawa yawa yae haiba se. Yare ko, larni ko size to variable oy ado ay size ki matang gadi nga ngaroy. The size is also variable. Size ki matang da ina nga ngaroy hairi di kay kasay sar na size awe hairi bro. Kada very large, hence easily observable. 하이기과 size yam chawi, mitochondria dai yam chawni. Mitochondria ki diameter du kyano 0.2 dagina 1 micrometer bo oikibado. Length na kay 4 bo sangba yagi. Adudai helamani henbra hendabra dring hale parings. Bareko, to sige I when every piece of the plastics is here. So we are to sige sia macha macha sida. Bareko, ai haiba yaba haiba bu amsang hayo gi pasang. Ai chloroplast se masagi ribosome su yaujare ne. Masagi DNA su yaujare ne. Aduna asengbidi normally protein sungba haibase. Kanadagi command pira kan sunggadamne. DNA the nucleus they command pira kanda. From the nucleus muna kay yawi no DNA yawi ne. Adubu chloroplast di masagi DNA yawja manina ne. Ma some of the not all natiko mong magi darkar oiba protein kharadi without getting command from the nucleus they command ngai da vida sungjaba ngame. Okay, hence they are called moito kaineva semi-autonomous cell organelle. Yare ko kananeva moise semi-autonomous cell organelle. Hujipokta semi-autonomous cell organelle kya tame? Kana kana mitochondria ga plastids ka loireng may anina. Mapoise hujik si loibada organelle kya suidono? Ani organelle animak membrane kya na surround tawri? Yare se ko shall I jump to the textbook? Okay. Slide change करोगे को? Okay. Let's see. Marina. Oh, kamu yaroidore. Sir, hꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤꯗꯣ share ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯒꯦꯀꯣ. ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯥꯔꯕꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯍꯜꯂꯁꯤꯔ. ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤꯗꯨꯅ. ꯉꯁꯥꯏ share ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕ morningꯒꯤ. ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯥꯍꯜꯂꯁꯤꯀꯣ. ꯑꯩ ꯃꯨꯊꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯒꯦ. ꯌꯥꯔꯕꯣ? ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯝꯇꯪꯒ share ꯇꯧꯁꯟꯕꯤꯔꯝꯒꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯅꯁꯛꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ. ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯒꯨꯝꯁꯤꯀꯣ recordingꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕꯅꯤꯅ. ꯂꯣꯏꯗꯣꯔꯦ ꯂꯣꯏꯗꯣꯔꯦ. ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯄꯥꯊꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯕꯅꯤ. Ribosome. Sir, ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯣ entire cell cycle ꯗꯨꯃ video ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯂꯛꯇꯣꯏꯅꯤꯀꯣ. Within up to Friday ꯐꯥꯎ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯂꯛꯀꯦ. ꯉꯝꯃꯗꯤ ꯅꯣꯡꯃ ꯊꯥꯒꯦ ꯇꯧꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯄꯨꯡꯗꯣ 6 hours ꯃꯨꯛ ꯆꯪꯗꯣꯔꯤꯕ. ꯑꯩꯗꯣ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗ ꯑꯍꯤꯡ ꯂꯩꯔꯒ ꯀꯦꯝ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯑꯁꯤꯔ ꯈꯜꯂꯝꯅꯤ. ꯏꯀꯛꯀ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯨꯝꯊꯔꯛꯑꯕ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ. ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯅꯕꯤ. ꯍꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ? ꯅꯪ ꯄꯥꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯆꯤꯊ ꯅꯥꯟꯊꯍꯧꯕ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯌꯥꯎꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤ. ꯅꯥꯟꯊꯔꯝꯗꯧꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ. Plastids are found in plant cells and eukaryotes. Have I mentioned this? They are easily observed. Why? Because they are large. So, okay? They bear some specific pigments. Moida kayawi plastids are the okay, to help impart colors to the plants. Moigi mathau si panbida color provide tawani haidi. Haigi ko based on types of pigments. Kay pigments impart tawriba habi matungna plastic se om tona kaidi chloroplast. Kay color impart tawana green. Chromoplast color other than green. Leucoplast colorless. Natra. The chloroplast contains chloroplast. Yaw to say kay no chlorophyll ka carotenoid pigments ka. Chloroplasts they help in trapping the light energy which is necessary for photosynthesis. In other words, light reaction na mating pang. In the chromoplast, di kayawi fat-soluble carotenoids, pigments like carotene gumba, xanthophylls gumba, and others are present. This others ay hang bane base. Correct ko? This gives the parts of the plants kay color OBI, yellow OBI, orange OBI, red OBI. Yare ko. Sa ilaila na sumahang bayay ko. Why are pili reddish in color when ripened? Kanate kanawon gibe. Chloroplastic chromoplast conversion laybay niya. Yani because red is due to chromoplast na irin nina natrane. The leucoplasts are the colorless plastid. That means they do not have any pigments. So their main role is they are associated with food storage, right? Depending upon the food they store, they are divided into amyloplasts haina kai store tawdaba starch, carbohydrate. Lani ko adadi potato the reserve food materials starch ne kai am riso ne amyloplasts. Lani ko elioplasts haragana kai oils and whereas eleuroplasts haragana kai store tawjano. Yengasi. The eleuroplast stores protein total. Naraba, majority of the chloroplasts say, why the yauge, they are found in the mesophyll cells of the leaves. Ay mesophyll cells say, yam pangiroige di nganging badi ma'am la iri sunga nga di loy badi nang moito rego ko. Lips they all dani. Lips say upper surface, lower surface, upper epidermis, lower epidermis na fill to, cover to idana. Marat the fill to iba cells hindu, we call it mesophyll cells ko. Umpang yingam gero. Ale noi siya ubod nung mayroon ita. Mesophyll cell. Muna kanganing siga, muna uli siga. Yamdi ay, sise. Yung amuk takpo yaw dorabra. Lip se, si sir di kubak se lip ne lower surface sir di kubak se. Adi si lip to upper surface tare ne. Sina, ino muna ne base. Upper surface, dark green hoy bane. Makha duna light green hoy dra. Pagthale sumaina. Pagthala uri structure ne to sila ulis. Ino muna sise. Mathak ki surface to, duna pink colors. Upper epidermis. Makha ki surface se, makha su pink se, lower epidermis. In between the upper and epidermis are filled with group of cells, right? These are called the mesophyll cells. Maniko, upper and lower epidermis, only marak the fill to cell do, we call it kai koiba, mesophyll cells, and there, madu the neva kana yaw dese, kana, chloroplast yaw dese. Chloroplast ki shape si variable oibra, oi, lens shape oibi oval shape OBI, spherical shape OBI, dick shape OBI, or even ribbon like or spiral shape OBI. Ribbon like or spiral have a Moigi size pabiro 80 para city. The number varies. Moigi machine su kana bayai per cell niko from 1 per cell of Canada. Lemai ko monasta cell amada ang yawi. Whereas in higher plants, including green algida, 20 to 40 per cell in their mesophyll, they always say 20 to 40 ko yawi. Ay iba yawi ko. Like mitochondria, chloroplast kay neba double membrane bound oil of the two. Okay. Membrane anidugi manunga, which one is dividing the chloroplast into two chamber? Inner natra. The two, the inner chloroplast membrane say inner na yana permeable oidwara less permeable while the outer is more permeable, right? The space limited by inner membrane. Inner membrane na kaido the space to kay kogi. Siyong may layramineba. Sila outer ni ko. Inner sila kung mana kaido iba chamber si kay kogi. The space limited by the inner membrane of the chloroplast is called stroma. Haibniko. Stroma nung ko alam ni. Kan sa nung kita na. The number of organized flattened structure. Hai the stroma do the flattened structure may am tawle hai kay ko. Flattened structure coalesce thylakoids are present in the stroma. Hai ko. Finish na sir. Maraming tang tanaw niya sir. Or eh. Sa mutakra ba? Mutakra. Yare kasukay de. Nasay sir na chloroplast may hieka. I've drawn the chloroplast like this. So kanda mo the tawrishing do kanana. Ela ko si jamta maro longge. Deform. See thylakoid amakak se. We're going to take one thylakoid out here. Thylakoid ama se yung kana manung se cavity. Manung se space sa mayawe. Thylakoid amagi. Yani ko space si maming lumen. Yani ko si manung space eh. Right? This is one thylakoid, one thylakoid, one thylakoid, matang, and together form a granum. This thylakoid is having a space inside called as lumen. We'll come to that part. Duna haying sir ka na. photosynthesis ay ang details din na thylakoids are arranged in stack. Maron lo kali like the piles of coins. All kay kawi. Grena, singular ka na grena. Or the intergrenal thylakoid yang tilale asi suma power mo. Ani ko, intergrenal thylakoid na ti maron lo kali kay koge. Grena, asi paruno ko lalaban ni intergrenal thylakoid ti. In addition, sino hapa kaya? There are flat membranous tubules called the stroma lamellae connecting the thylakoids of adjacent vena. Stroma lamellae or तो asido ina haigada haiba sir na ise. Gare ko the membrane of the thylakoid ki membrane na su space ama kupsane kai kawi enclosed space called lumen. The stroma of the chloroplast yaw ise kai na contains enzymes required for synthesis of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate sumuduri kai photosynthesis and also enzymes for protein synthesis. Uraba. It also contains small double-stranded circular DNA ama yawi. Nama ko and ribosomes. Karamba ribosomes? Okay. Chlorophyll pigment singse chloroplast की काय यावदो ने बा thylakoid ते यावदो ने अगर ये thylakoid से photosynthesis के कारण step to bomna light reaction. The ribosomes of the chloroplast are smaller. Okay? Smaller. अरे थूना फमदरम दोरा kapna फमदरम दोरा kapna size भी बनी ना अरे को 70s then the cytoplasmic ribosomes. यार bro सी बता. So that's all about plastid slow addition. So let's jump to the next organelle. Ribosomes. Yang siko, kitang together. Next up, ribosomes. Ribosomes. Now, yung sargawari ang tang sana si ribosome da sarna haiba yabase. Directa yaw da basu kitang yaw da ba na yaman na te kasi kitang palakip ko or yung pabon mo na. First na, say nga say kay dagi loy pao haige. Any organelle pause. Number of membranes dagi na chaho. Ribosomes are membraneless. Ribosomes are membraneless, and you are hopeless at all. Okay, membraneless. That is, they do not have any membrane. Okay, and listen here. Ribosomes hango kuidri. After 1950s ki matung gane kanu se. Learning ko. Adli namu tang hapong ge. Mo membraneless kanu na it is the smallest cell organelles. It's smallest cell organelle. Yang PM nila urang marway na nga no. Kung sabay ni discovery ang tapis eh. Aduna na discovery of discovery of electron microscope. Electron microscope discovered torko de. Microscope amni ko. Microscope ado. Microscope led to the discovery of electron microscope discovered torko de mamu discover torine. Discovery of ribosome. Na, kari taurage. Haibada soigraba. Kaya ikai tigali na daw na. Supa ay sili tong eta haigadam. Pame nuksire. Yung sa the ribosomes. Kanana, yung ko. Discovery of electron microscope. Invention of electron microscope led to the discovery of ribosomes by one scientist called as George Palade. George Palade in the year 1953. Doon na ne, mase, ribosome se, pellet particles, sinus naman. Pellet particles. Yani na sima, lare ko. No, luidore. Continue to gaya kadra. Ribosome se, chemically kay na sara kaya to na. Ribosome is chemically made up of RNA and protein. Kay na sara ba mase, ribosome is made up of two components. Component kanina sari eba ribosome say made up of two components. Kari components na sari iba. Munganda RNA ki part ama yawi and munganda protein ki part ama yawi. Ako se RNA ki makal khara tamakibro thaina. RNA types kya tamakriba. NCERT da ahum kaknate ko ahum de hen yawi ay matamdura molecular biology da hen batala thike. General hoina koi ahum tame. RNA, mRNA, RN. What is the full form rRNA? So ribosomal RNA hai that RNA is used for the preparation of ribosomes have the sinariba RNA duneba ribosomal RNA hai si. Yaniko, hence the name ribosomal is given. Araba, ribosome se RNA ka protein gana pullaga sai hai gana ne. Mase kaishu koiba ribonucleoprotein particles. Ribonucleo ribonucleosina kaida laiba ribonucleic acid lagi laiba yani ko protein sina sila ribonucleoprotein particle yaraba yare ko ribosome singse electron microscope to budi kui haiba bune when combined uganda they are observed as very good kananong higher correct observed as dense granules when we even nungi ta mura le dense granules when we have it nungi ta le yareko misima now hojek ribosomes ki types yengasi ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯤ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯨꯒꯦ ribosomes ꯃꯃꯤꯡ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯠꯂꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ribosomes are very famous because they are the sites of ꯀꯩ ꯁꯨꯡꯐꯝꯅꯣ sites of protein synthesis ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯐꯝꯅꯦꯕ protein synthesis ꯇꯧ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯁꯥꯔꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤꯅꯦ ꯇꯥꯛꯂꯛꯏꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ specific function ꯑꯃꯃꯝ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯅꯦ ꯃꯥꯏꯇꯣꯀꯣꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯌꯥꯁꯦ energy ꯁꯨꯡꯐꯝ chloroplast ꯁꯦ photosynthesis ꯇꯧꯐꯝ ribosome ꯁꯦ protein ꯁꯨꯡꯐꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ organelles ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯕꯨ ꯀꯧꯏ organelles are the compartment found within the cell having their own specific function ꯌꯥꯅꯤꯀꯣ roomꯅꯦꯕ cell ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯑꯆꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ room ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯣ roomꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯩꯗꯅ ꯌꯥꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ kitchen meant for cooking drawing room for something dining room for different purpose 또 ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯜꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯏꯇꯣꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯖꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯝꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩ ꯏꯁ ꯀꯝꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯁꯦ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯔꯣꯜ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯩ ꯌꯥꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯝꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟ ꯃꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨ we call it cell organelles ꯀꯧꯕ ꯋꯥꯅꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯦ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ ꯑꯣꯀꯦ ꯅꯣ ꯔꯥꯏꯕꯣꯁꯣꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯔꯥꯏꯕꯣꯁꯣꯝ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯌꯦꯛꯆꯒꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯏꯟꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯒꯦ ꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯔꯥꯏꯕꯣꯁꯣꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯁꯛꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ribosome की type हम तक पलोगी लोरेक्टोरमी ribosomes are of two types ribosomes से types अनि थोना खाइदे depends on size ता based होगा size है अरुम बाहर से को मरम दी size और दिमसा लुम ता नत्रा काइदा based होगा based on size or density the based होगा what is density mass by volume मधे कहे है ना okay 2 by 10 अधे कहे ना माप तराई मनुंगा मा अनि फंगे है नहीं नत्रो mass by volume मध्ये a given volume दुदा mass क्या हम याओगे है नहीं है बा यानी को given volume दुदा mass हम याओगे हम लुमनी अना based on size से इरगे से तल लिहेनो इसे सेंबा सब तो कहीं नो फंगे सो खंगा साधन रो काइना हाइजना गदम है right so what are the two types of ribosomes ribosome की type अनि से कना ने बा one is 70s ribosome है बा थोड़ा पिक पकांगो दो यदि फंदा बगी चांग से थूदोरा तब तोरा Okay. Thick means light oily. Light oil tare horen sedimentation to one the sedimentation speed will become slower. Right. Matak to in a tauri layer ni. Whereas correct job kambu duna kai koiba 80s ribosome. Yara bro? Okay, everyone knows that S stands for sedimentation coefficient. Not cyclone hibernative. Sedimentation kai. What does this mean? It means how quickly the ribosome sediment during centrifugation. 그러니까 certain district manung시가 ribosome 합쳐서 파이네버가 그냥 투나 범벅이기. But speed is determined by this sedimentation coefficient 거해봐. Sedimentation coefficient also called Bedberg unit su kobane. Bedberg haiba scientist ni yana na hautu omi haidana Bedberg's unit su ko. Bedberg's haiba ni ko. Bedbug haiba nate. Famungda leba madu oy wini gini. Yare ko. Sige 70s ribosome sibu kaida phangdono. They are found in both prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. Chumbrane. Moy prokaryote phangdam na tro. Airo kadai de prokaryote phangdabro moy say. Yes, they are found in prokaryote. Eukaryote di phangdabrane. Phangi hairo mi. Eukaryote su phangi tawatabu eukaryote ki kaida phangdaba. They are found in eukaryote mitochondria ga kanaga and chloroplast da phangi. Yara bro, 80s ribosome di kaida phangi. They are found only in eukaryotes takta da phangani. Adusu eukaryote ki kaida ram tahiro. Okay, cytoplasm dama, amna rough endoplasmic reticulum dama. Chumra, one in the cytoplasm, mainly in the cytoplasm, and ramna rough endoplasmic reticulum singna nappaga lay heba. Garagesima, lorectore kitang irabani. Say wali, okay, ribosome ki something si sir ribosome something like important ko. So I basic macam sa kamo mo sina sir na molecular biology tala pa protein synthesis ka tala pa na tino ayo ni. 2024 da hangmani ko NEET ki. What is the first step of protein synthesis na? Welcome to the part hanat iye ngasi. Ribosome ma success mind taweba. Korfu malem ribosome se. Yani ko part ani yawa pa part ama achowa part ama sina korfu makhum. Yani ko pikpa saruk to na smaller subunit kawi. Smaller subunit. Achowa do na kay larger subunit. Yani ko, for example, example ulat yung to. Sila ito. So this is ribosome. Is it a pen? Natra. Pen si part niya sa rin main part to ka makhum ki part siga. Yani ko, makhum si upakanda ni complete pen naman na kau doise. So kaya makhum pa pen naman oy deba. Yani ko, amay to na ribosome so part niya sa rin. What is the smaller part called? The smaller subunit and the larger subunit. Ani se. Tungan-tungan na dun talay. Sumaina hojekti sumaina eba. Ay sir, sumai ye kidra. Sumai leiteba. Anam mamatanda anise tungan-tungan talay independent oina. Yana deba anise. Yare ko. Param kanda kak anise join toraki and kanda only during the time of protein synthesis. Protein sumamday matamda kataneba. The smaller subunit associates with the larger subunit in the presence of magnesium ions. Magnesium ion ki presence sa samdado. Yare ko. Yarni ko. Aduna ribosome se subunit kya nasare eba. Subunit anina ana matang sila palawba se adari 70 se ribosome la adari masu subunit anina sar angani ne nongon dia a smaller subunit to 30s ni aduga larger subunit to na 50s ne I'm not saying that 30 ka 50 ka tisanar ka 70 ne haiba nate ko apik pado speed kya da phamdei haiba 30 da so boduna 50s da phamdei haine ba yare ko size to whereas 80s ribosome ki smaller subunit to kana 40s aduga larger subunit na kana 60s ni hairi haba daraba lare ko ito pa sir kaya ama hapere ganun pange kalam bani ko awesyo okay okay horen pare ngas sipo yadra kala continue like pare ba noi sir ga sumaina hoje akoi se like pa minari ne sida hitadi noi hairoi ko like every points of the NCERT including comma bo yung tas torom ne they should have pa ba yaw dadi hairoi ko para haide aina haise tane de aina to mong yemu kanda hoy many of you have scored more than 300 score to was satra madam 30 40 me abdi yaw hababu 250 dai ta thagi badi phatte ba 250 dai ta ba yaw ri se kai no I gyan ta de message thana ra leira sala ribosomes are the ngasai ke idea granular dense particle hai ge dense granular particles ne hai ge those are now discovered by George Palade in 1953 okay it is only observed with the discovery of electron microscope have I mentioned all these things yes right they are composed of chemically kana ribonucleic acid adi RNA and proteins aduna mo si ribonucleoprotein particle kawi hai ge They are not surrounded by any membrane. Heidi, they are membraneless oil. Yareko, membraneless oil kyang kaideko. Hopeless oil basini problem yam ladies. The eukaryotic ribosome se eukaryotic karamba ribosome lai 80s, while prokaryote na 70s. Yaraba, eukaryotic karamba no 80s size cytoplasm ka RER ka do. Although mitochondria chloroplast is 70s ko. This ribosome has two subunits, the larger subunit and the smaller subunit. The larger subunit and the smaller subunit. Mga ni siya joint ore, parang kanda. In the presence of, okay, siso hapsan give sir. Smaller ga, larger ga se karam kanda joint ba in the presence of magnesium ion during the time of protein synthesis. Bagi se ko, loidore, the two subunits of 80s ribosome, the subunit ni dong kanano, the smaller one is 40s, while the larger one is 60s. Correct? 70s kinakana, the larger one is 50s, while the smaller one is 30s. Correct? Here, S stands for the bedrock units or sedimentation coefficient. And it indirectly measures density in size. However, both 70s ribosomes and 80s ribosomes are composed of animal subunit ni na loina pullaga sani hai. Sibok ribosome yaraba. Numero sila. Sibok tawtare ngasi. Thank you.